All right, all right, all right, all right. So, this is a very uh, brief guide on what WPX is and the features that you have and the thing you can do with it. So, I'm just gonna go straight into it. Assuming someone has already got the credentials, has already made payments, or for those who have early access to test the product. So let's get into it. Um, so for starters, on the admin side, this is what we have here. We have clients, all that. So I am going to log in as this client for the sake of demonstrations. So when you log in as a client, this is the dashboard that you will see. You will have templates here, the number of contacts, open chats, reply bots, AI bots. Um, these counters will keep on increasing depending on the number of contacts or chats that you already have in place. But for starters, for this demonstration, these are the ones that we have. So the first question is, what is this product? So WPX specifically solves two problems. Mainly, the first problem with with the standard WhatsApp that we have is that you cannot do bulk SMSing without being banned or being flagged as spam. And also, there is a limit in number of messages that you can send, especially when you're trying to do bulk SMSing. So what this tool specifically does, it takes advantage of something called WhatsApp Business API. This gives us an elevated privilege to use WhatsApp, especially for more power usage, especially if you're trying to send bulk SMSs to maybe thousands, maybe 10,000 or 100,000 people at once, or when you are trying to serve too many conversations at once, but also when you have multiple incoming conversations and you have multiple people in your office who you want them specifically to attend these conversations. So this tool in particular um, helps you manage that. So this demonstration is going to help you understand those features and ideally give you a heads up on how to go about it. So come back here to the chat screen that from the dashboard. The first component that I want to go through is chat. Okay, so here I have a demo chat that I have in place, and it's real-time messaging. So just like the way how you can send pictures, you can send messages, you can send PDFs, you can send whatever file that you want to do in WhatsApp, you can do the same. So this gives you that interface of doing the everything that you can do in WhatsApp, but specifically in an elevated form. And I'll just do a demonstration here. So for instance, if I just send hello there, this is Hyperloop Studios testing this feature. We can definitely get a response from the other end when they receive the message in WhatsApp, and when they receive the message, they can also respond back to this text. So just give it a few minutes and then you'll be able to get back to it. But additionally, for instance, if you have multiple people in your team and you want to assign a conversation, you can assign a personal conversation through this part here. So right now, here on agents, I have only one agent who's called diligence, and he's the one who we have assigned this conversation. So if we have maybe 4 agents, we'll be able to have all of them here, and you can assign a conversation to them. And in that particular agent, when they receive the message, they will see that this message has been what has been assigned to them, and they can respond to those messages that they have been assigned. So as you can see, this there is a response back message that has come from a message that we see here. So you can send another test message like what service would you like today? And then from their end, they can also respond what they would like from us today. So let's just wait and see what the customer would like us to serve them today. Okay. So the customer has responded with printing please. And you can see from the dashboard end of view, there is a bot that was created such that when someone has a specific keyword, and for this particular bot it was the word print, this bot get automated and messages are being sent to the customer. So an additional feature that you find in this tool is that you can have specific key phrases that you want when a person or client or prospect send during a conversation. It can trigger a chatbot, a WhatsApp bot, to offer specific menus to the client, and they can decide what they want. And this can be a multi-level stage kind of bot. So you can have maybe, for instance, here the client says printing, and so here we have 3 options. The client chooses a digital printing or screen printing or a format, and then they can decide, and then so forth until when they have reached a conclusion. Then a human can also take over during the conversation. So this is one feature that you can find in this app. Another thing, maybe because I've identified here about bots, let me just go to bots and do a little dive in that, then take it to something else. So this is a place where you can manage bots, and so you can create bots. By default, this bot is not it's not there, so you have to create your own bot. So if I click here, this is a simple bot for translation, and it has multiple features that you can define the name of the bot, the reply text, when someone says this, and the words, and all that. So you have different options for adjusting to get what you need. But also you can create a message bot where when a bot says something, it can reply with something and triggers and all that. But also you can include buttons in the message. You can also include links. For instance, if you send a message without 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 so if you send a message with a link to a number that doesn't have your contact saved, by default that link is usually displayed as text, base text. So you can embed a button instead of a link to a message such that when a person receives your message, and if it has a link maybe directing the person to your website or something, they don't get bothered to see that link of HTTP something. They just see maybe a message like, hello, you can visit our site to get ABC, and here's a button, and the button straight up takes the person um, to your site. But there is also another kind of a bot. This bot specifically has only two stages for what you can achieve. But if you want to create even more stages, you come to this place called flows. So flows is like bots, but with much greater flexibility. So the one that we saw a few seconds ago in the chat, it's this one, where the triggers were when the keyword is print, it responds back with messages for Karibu, what would you like, then there are options like digital printing, screen printing, large format, and then based on the answer that the person has given, it takes him to another level and says how many pieces and present the quantity, so the person needs the quantity of what they want. And then if we want to add something else again, we can just add maybe let's say this is a message that we want. Let's say your order has been received, and then we can just link there and say. So when the person in the chat enters, when we're chatting, and then the person says print, and so we'll respond back, Karibu, what would you like us to print for you? You would like digital printing or like format, and then the response will take us to the second place where the person will say and you can go to another stage, So you can have multiple stages, and this is not limited only for, you can have as many stages as you want, and this is a whole new canvas that you can just work with. So you can have up to unlimited stages that you want to create this board. So you can have standard boards, or you can have these elevated ones here in flows. So I have covered chat, where it's basic WhatsApp features where you can send texts, images, documents, whatever it is, just like standard WhatsApp. So I'm going to take you to the next stage, campaigns. But before that, let me take you to contacts for a moment. Okay. So in contacts, you can populate contacts of people who you would like them to receive messages. You can manually add them, and you can assign them groups, fields, whatever it is that you want, or you can import contacts, and you can just have a CSV file from Excel that contains the name of the person, the headers in this particular format, like the phone, the name, and if we have custom field like maybe client one, or whatever field that you want as a label for that contact, you can follow this format, and then you just import, and you have all your contacts in this area. Once you have them here is when you can interact with them here in chat, maybe by initiating a conversation with them, or if you want to run a campaign. And when I say campaign is when you want to do what bulk messaging. And how do you do bulk messaging? You come here to templates first. You create a template, which when I say template, it means it's a message. So let's say our template here is onboarding campaign. And you have to decide whether it's marketing or utility message. So for us, this is the marketing header. This we're going to say it's we're going to use an image to invite people to a short campaign. Let's decide a picture that we want to use. We're going to choose a very simple picture. To invite people to this campaign of 50% offer. So let's see. Let's wait for that to load. Then here in the body, we can have our text. Say let's say Karibu, tuna offer, Bambe. Yeah. Maziwa ya ng'ombe. Tunapokea oda za kuanzia lita 1 mpaka 15. And then maybe want actually let's take this from here to here. But we have one body, and then we can have footer, and then here we can add more content like tuna delivery nchi nzima. Now let's say we want to add a person to easily respond to a message, so we're going to add a quick reply. Earlier in the message chat I said about buttons, so these are buttons. So here we can have a button that says nahitaji lita 10. This is one button. Maybe you want a person to respond like that, and then we can add another button where the person can say nahitaji lita 10. And then you can have call to action where let's say we want a website, and a button here, let's say nahitaji order zaidi, let's say custom. Then hapa unaweza kuweka link ya maybe to your website. So for us it's idol.com. And by the way, as a disclaimer, you can only have 3 links. either 1, 2, 3, not more. This is by policy that has been set by Facebook themselves. Anyways, so this gives you context on what you can achieve. As I said earlier about the issue of links, so in our message, when the person sees this message, they won't see a link written hydroxyl.com. Instead, they will see just a button that says Nahitaji order customized, or you can put any text that you want. And here you can do any iteration that you want. And just as a demonstration here on the header, I used an image file. You can decide to put a text file, an image file, or a video, or a PDF, whatever format that you want that will suit your needs. Once you are done, you have to save this template. So let's save this template. And the reason why we have to create templates, it's because messages using WhatsApp API can only be sent. I mean, you only send messages, especially in bulk, when they are pre-approved by WhatsApp. So once you create a message, for instance, like the one that we made, so you submit it, and Facebook will pre-approve the template. If the template doesn't match up with their policy, it will be denied. So there is an ethics on the structure of the way how your message has to be, so that it can actually fit the privacy policies, the privacy policy of Meta, but also usage policy of WhatsApp API. So, for instance, while that is being approved, we have other templates that we have here. And so if I come to campaigns and I say I want to send a new campaign, it will load. Oh shoot. Anyway, that seems broken for some time. I'm gonna fix that. But anyway, when you start a campaign, you should fetch the template, and then you can now assign the template to whom it should be sent, whereby it has to go to contacts. And once that is done, you can dispatch your messages. But in a nutshell, that is what this tool is all about. I hope this doesn't cover everything, but at least it gives you context on what you can do with it. So, hope this helps. Cheers.